our hands up. We are live with Coach Jason Madonna. Thank you to LNS Roofing and Construction and Shawnee Dry Cleaners and Linen. And Coach, what do you say to a team after a heartbreaking loss like that?
Well, first and foremost, we preached all week that we couldn't beat ourselves. Penalties, turnovers, and we did that. So we disappointed ourselves there, but it starts with me. We got to be better prepared, and it starts with me, and that's what I preach. Win, you credit your teammates. You lose, you take blame yourself, and so that's what we got to do. And we just got to keep moving forward. We understand where we are. We're building, we're learning, we're growing. It's a new staff, a new group of kids, and so it's very disappointing. It's heartbreaking because we had plenty of opportunities to win that game that we didn't capitalize on, but we're going to grow and learn from it. We're going to move on, and we'll be ready next week.
So talk to me a little bit about some bright spots. I saw on your inside linebacker duo, Jason Hare, Ryan High. They played very well.
They did. Those two have been some of our most consistent players all year long, all preseason, and they really showed it tonight. Time after time when it looked like they were going to get loose and break a big play, it was one of those two usually that was slowing them down. So they played tremendous tonight. So unfortunately, we couldn't give them enough support to where their efforts would be rewarded.
On the offensive side of the ball, before the game you were saying, I just want consistency from my quarterback position. Jameer, he seems to be, has that goldfish syndrome in which, you might see a bad play, but he sure comes back and he gives you opportunities on the very next play. He might deliver a strike or make a good run. Talk a little bit about your quarterback and how you feel about his performance tonight.
Well, I think if you ask him, he'd be upset with his overall performance because we expected a little more consistency out of him. But the reason why he's a good leader for us is he's got thick skin and a short memory. He's able to bounce back from a mistake and lead us down. And we're not in a position to win this game if he doesn't make some of the plays with his feet and also with his arm. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because there were some mistakes in there we wish we had back, and there's some throws that he probably wishes he had back. But at the end, we need a two-point conversion to elongate the game, and he puts a perfect ball up, and LaRon Thomas goes and makes a play and gives us another chance. That's all you can ask for. And then, unfortunately, we didn't get what we needed out of the second overtime. We kick a field goal, and they had a great play design that ended up costing us. But overall, he's growing as a quarterback. He missed part of the season last year with an injury, so yes, it is a second-year starting, but he's not a two-year guy like traditionally. So he's continuing to get better. And one thing I know about him, he'll be watching the film tonight, and he'll be working tomorrow. So he's a great leader for us, and we expect to see a improvement week in and week out.
Well, you really saw next man up mentality tonight. We show up, and one of your best athletes gets maybe a play or two, and he's off the field. Then comes on the little 5'7", 120 pounds soaking wet Dietrich Beavers and puts on a show. Talk a little bit about your running back tonight.
Well, we had some injuries coming in that position, so we needed some guys to add some depth, and Dietrich stepped up, and he's a guy that played it in the past when he was younger and just stepped right in, and so he's only been practicing running back for about 2-3 days. We put him in this week, and he had a great performance tonight. He's shifty, he's hard to tackle, he sees it, he explodes well, and he'll lower his shoulder and run people over, and so he's exciting to watch, and I probably should have gave him more opportunities, hindsight, but he did a great job stepping in tonight on a short week of practice and filling in some huge roles.
And the team is young, so coming off of a loss like this, you have a tough Ardmore team next week. What's this week going to look like? What are you going to be preaching all week long?
I'll just continue with the expectations, toughness, honor, and effort. We got to put this one behind us. We got to learn from our mistakes, and we got to continue to move forward. We got arguably one of the better 4A getting ready to be 4A programs traditionally in the state, tough, hard-nosed battle, so we got to get ready for that. We don't have time to sulk or lick our wounds. We just got to strap up and get ready to go.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for taking time to meet with us. Thank you for talking and sharing with the audience.
Thanks. Go Wolves.
Thank you for staying with us, and remember, together, Shawnee, all of us, we build community one season at a time. Good night from OBU Field.